thought this would be perfect for him. Next page. So he did a beginning sketch with Grandma, right? Because he also has to do trial and error and see what works and what doesn't work, and the dog. But he also loves to shop in thrift stores. Does anyone like to shop in used clothing stores? He does. And he found an old leather pilot's hat. And he thought, I'm going to draw Grandma wearing that hat. So you'll see. Next page. So this is the cover. It's not my turn to look for Grandma. And you guys have, now you have to pretend you're younger. And I know that you can do this. Pretend you're reading this to your kids. So Matt leaned in and listened hard. Then he ran back and told a tall tale of his own to Wooly and Ma as the wooden chips flew. Next page. Oh, this is the right page. Noon was sizzling like an egg in a cast iron pan. Ma was whacking weeds in the garden. Wooly, she said, where in turnip tarnation is Grandma? Don't know, said Wooly. It's not my turn. Quieter, quieter. Still here, but keep quiet. Really? Okay, now we're here. I have with the weeds and black-eyed peas. Why don't you snap your fingers? I have with the weeds and black-eyed peas. What much sense of the walnut trees? Take a drink of water from the holy body and run through the river and run. Next Jewish New Year is not in January. The Jewish New Year is in October or September, depending upon the calendar in Israel, the Hebrew calendar. So we have a book to read together, and it's called New Year Has Appeared. How many people know that book? Some of such a relief, you guys. We